Kanye West became a hero of the pro-Trump internet. West returned to Twitter last week announcing he was writing a philosophy book and also that we were already reading his book because the book was just his tweets. That's when you're famous, man. But one Saturday morning tweet was a bit different because West was endorsing thoughts from a mind that was not his own. Those who are familiar with Candace Owens may have already know why this tweet led to the pro-Trump internet losing its collective mind. Owens, who used to use the social media handle Red Pill Black, is an African-American activist in the pro-Trump internet. She joined YouTube 9 months ago and now has around just under 200,000 subscribers. It does pay to Trump. West's tweet, along with some other tweets that we'll get to, have left many online wondering whether he's been red-pilled. You know, a term that comes from the Matrix, you know that. It's a term that Owens herself has adopted for her own worldview. She has appeared on both InfoWars and Fox News to promote her thesis that black people have been brainwashed to vote for Democrats by the media, and that they would vote for Republicans if only they could be red-pilled by recent converts like herself. Mike Cernovich, a popular figure on the pro-Trump internet, who has lately been tweeting a lot about consciousness and energy, then started telling his fans that Kanye's new philosophy, book, Twitter, train of thought was something to pay attention to. Kanye could bring the races together, Cernovich tweeted last Wednesday. He said in another tweet, Kanye pretended to be who he wasn't, to show you who he really is. That's what he means by leaving the simulation. On Friday night, Cernovich responded to a question from a fan saying Kanye was the most positive thing the world could look forward to in 2018. One of the pro-Trump internet's binding ideas is the sense that the world is on the verge of a mass conversion away from liberalism. The thing that pushed Kanye from potential messiah to MAGA neo on the pro-Trump internet was his tweet praising Owens. How did he find out about her? Not sure. She did have a very viral tweet that night before West tweeted about her, however. In this video, which has been retweeted more than 26,000 times, Owens says what is happening right now in the black community, there's an ideological civil war happening. Black people that are focused on their past and shouting about slavery, and black people that are focused on their futures. Okay? That's what it really comes down to. Oh, this is going to be a good one. No wonder why I got a message for me to cover this story. All right, so here it is, man. Well, let me finish with Kanye. Let me give him respect before I get to talking, okay? Hang in there with me, y'all. This is important. West's tweet was met with the celebration from the pro-Trump internet, including from one of its current best-known celebrities. Owens herself appeared on Fox and Friends the next day to explain to a wider audience what happened on Twitter and why conservatives should be celebrating it. There was also a wave of anger and disappointment. A market always will exist for black men and women like this who say what bigoted white folk love to hear. They will always have a seat at somebody's table, tweeted Sean King, a progressive activist. The anger was perhaps from comedian Tom Arnold. Well, Tom Arnold is black. I mean, he's dated black women. Ain't that close enough? He tweeted at Owens, good luck glooming on to Kanye West. His family told him you were a phony and a fraud, a former Democrat, bad actress doing video bits to get on TV any way she can. Enjoy it now. You're so inauthentic, even your white power fans are going to get bored with you. Ooh. Got that left arm shiver. Another more vulgar tweet that has since been deleted, Arnold likened Owens' appeal to conservatives to a sexual act. Mega Twitter responded basically by saying it was Arnold who was the real racist. By Monday, speculation about West's possible ticket aboard the Trump train had quieted a bit. That is, until he tweeted several videos from Dilbert creator, pro-Trump internet celebrity Scott Adams. Kanye's tweets appear to be videos from a handheld camera pointing at Kanye's laptop as he watched a recent Periscope from Adams in which he discusses the significance of Kanye's tweets.
And once we get to a higher plane of sort of understanding how, how reality works and how people actually think.
It feels like there's something big happening, Adams says in one clip of the Periscope shared by West. People are breaking out of their mental prisons. People are realizing that there are things that used to hold us back, that used to limit what we could do. That much of these were psychological. These two people that shouldn't be in the same conversation, in 7 words, Kanye just changed that, Adams said, pointing out to a hand-drawn flowchart in which Kanye West and Owens' names were visible. He just freed a lot of people from a mental prison. His approving tweets are amplifying the voices of some of Trump's internet's biggest personalities, a huge audience. West already has 15 million Twitter followers, and his tweets of Adams' videos have hundreds of thousands of views in just a few hours. There's another article here that says Kanye West, or people are concerned that Kanye West may have become radicalized by the far right. I think that's enough for me to form an opinion and to try to give my take on this. If anybody cares, I know I'm nowhere near as influential as Kanye West, but I do have a take. Kanye West is one person. That's it. One person with an opinion. One person who happens to be in show business with an opinion. One person who happens to be in show business, who's been outspoken, and who happens to have opinions, and he voiced those opinions on Twitter just like millions and millions of people do every day. Kanye West is no different than anyone else. We make him different because we bought his albums. We listen to him. Some of us even bought his shoes, shirts, whatever. But that doesn't make his opinion any more valid than anyone else's. Now, if you agree with him, you'll see it as valid. If you disagree with it, you'll see it as invalid. What do I think about this idea that it's a new wave of consciousness and red pill, blue pill, what? Free thinking is where it needs to be. I'm a free thinker. I'd like for you to be a free thinker. I wish I could influence you to do that. Think for yourself, not use that TV to think for you. But also see bigger than that even. I had problems with Owens' line of thinking. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Because you say that we need to let go of slavery. No one else, no matter who they are, from any nationality, background, whatever, has ever been asked to let go of the thing that changed their history, whether it was good or bad. Italians still talk about Christopher Columbus. It was a good thing, right? For them. Native Americans still talk about the white man who came and took their land. We all know the Jews still talk about the Holocaust, and it's just everywhere. I'm sure there are monuments in Japan about Nagasaki, Hiroshima. It's what happens. But the thing about slavery is that the ramifications of it still exist today. And I know it's inconvenient. I wish they didn't exist too. Don't you think I wish that I didn't have to take off my baseball cap or my football hat, right, when I'm driving at my advanced age because the cop is thinking I'm a thug or something and I just don't want the hassle. You don't think I want to make sure I get the best interest rate, but we know based on numbers that black people get higher interest rates even when we have the same credit. We get more time even when we do the same crime. These are facts. Now, you can make this idea that all this is in someone's head, but it's not. It's not. Now, this is coming from somebody who believes that all people should be judged individually. We can't judge everybody definitely not based on the past. You judge them based on their actions. But America has a problem with race, just like America has a problem with gender and religion and orientation, all these other things. It's just reality. It may make you feel good to say it's in your head. You just need to be freed from that. Today it was 70 degrees. Tomorrow it's going to be 50. And they're calling for showers and rain. Now, in my mind, I can say it's 70 degrees outside because that's positive. I like warm weather. I'm a warm weather person. But if I go outside in a t-shirt and some shorts and those flip-flops that I won't wear, that weather will quickly bring me up to speed that it ain't summertime yet, bruh. I say all that to say, everything isn't mind over matter. I know there's people selling it. I like Gary V. I know he's selling that. I know Candace Owens is selling it. I know it sounds good, Mike Cernovich, but it's not reality. It's just not. And this was somebody who get treated pretty good by white folk, for the most part. It's not about an individual. It's about the collective, man. I'm just keeping it real with you. Why come we can't say Kanye got a good point here, and this is also some good points over here, and we just had that dialogue? Why everybody got to go in? I'll tell you why we got to go in and claim it all, because it's popping now. Right? It's popping now. For you to say that Kanye West may bring the races together because of some tweets is bullshit, and you know it. Martin Luther King couldn't bring the races together, and he had to die with a bullet. You want to tell me 40 years later, 50 years later, a guy all he could do is tweet? Hell, I wish they had Twitter back then. We could have knocked all that marching out and just got to freedom right away. It sounds insulting to suggest such things. But now, if it does change some mentalities, it's a good thing. I'm not saying there's nothing to glean from it. I'm not saying there's nothing positive to take from something that makes you feel good, that creates conversation. I appreciate that. But don't act like this is a panacea for all the prejudice and bigotry in this country. If all it took was Kanye West to send some tweets for white people to stop calling black people niggas when they at home, when they with friends, or for hiring managers to say, hey, Daquan, let's put him on top instead of the bottom of the pile just because of his name, then what does that really say about this country? And are you really taking this problem that affects black people, white people, Latino people, Asian people, Native American people all over the country? Racism isn't just a problem in white America, it's a problem in black America too. There's black people who don't respect black people. I know. I've been attacked by more black people. Well, I have been. I've been attacked by everybody. Listen, forget that part. Listen, bottom line is this. Use what you can use and throw the rest away, but don't exaggerate. Don't exaggerate a tweet. It's a slap in the face for people who are doing real work. Now you go out there and get them Yeezys, dog. All right.